right, welcome everybody. It is time for the Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics right here from School Board's Restaurant on Coursey Boulevard. Got the man right now, Athletic Director Roman Banks.
My man next to the man.
How you doing, my man?
Doing? Good day today.
Yes, indeed. I'll tell you what, and just a lot of things going on in sports. We're going to be talking about it coming up. We'll be basketball. We talk about football. We got a lot of great things going on. Sports is in a big-time deal right now, obviously. And the Jackson State game, we got some pictures of the Jackson State game right here. We beat the Tigers of Jackson State. They thought they had an opportunity to beat us. There it is right there in Jackson State. It was a good game, Coach.
Very good game. And, our guys showed a lot of character. I think that those Tigers had a lot of confidence as we entered the stadium.
Yeah.
And but our guys, the true champions that they are, they stepped to the plate and they played consistent and they got the job done. I texted Coach Odoms right out the game. I told him good win, but a good win with what we call sports character.
Yes,
yeah.
And no doubt about it. Ladarius Skelton got 4 touchdowns in the ball game. That was incredible in itself. He had a great job again. Was named the SWAC Offensive Player of the Week. That's the second time he has done that. So congratulations on that. So Southern football now plays against Grambling State in the Bayou Classic, and once again, I believe it's for the 5th year in a row. This determines who wins the SWAC West.
All the marbles, huh?
That's right.
This game just keeps getting bigger and bigger each year. You look at it, but and give a shout out, to the other school up the road to keep their program running as well. And it's befitting for these two universities to be matched up in a marquee game, the granddaddy of them all, the Bayou Classic, and to be playing for a championship. And so I like it. Actually, at the end of the day, I think it makes for a great game. It makes for great fanfare. It makes for a great reunion between the two schools. And, I just believe that Southern University can pull it out at the end of the day. Obviously, we looking right out the corner of our eye at the game up in Jackson this week, because you got if Jackson is able to beat Alcorn and we're able to win out, then I got my eyes on our fans coming back home for the championship game.
That's right. Notice the coach still in him when he says that other team up the road. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I can't quite get it out. I recognized him though. I gave him credit.
That's right.
I gave Coach Father, I gave you some credit.
That's right. It's going to be a good game, though, no doubt about that. And again, for the 5th time in a row, it's going for the Marbles. Volleyball going for the Marbles in the SWAC Championship Tournament is going to be in Ada Bena, Mississippi on November 22nd through 24th.
Yeah, so hopefully I can be making a trip up there this weekend.
That's right. That's the 4th seed too.
We got the 4th seed, and I think that we have a chance to make it to the finals. I've been talking about the expectations of that team, that sport, Coach Jacobs and her team all year long.
Yeah.
And we knew that we'd have a chance to be in the running. So it's excited. Anytime I tell you, our goal is always to finish in the top 4 in each sport, because they give you a chance to be a top seed and they give you a chance to have the expectation to win a championship. No question about that. Without a doubt, when I meet with all the coaches, they know the order of finish that we need to be in. Hopefully number 1, but we need to be in that top 4.
No doubt about that. Then I talked to Coach Sean Woods. We're going to have him on the program a little later on. He had kind of said that, that New Mexico State game, he asked me what I thought about it, and I said, well, obviously you forced them to a lot of turnovers, and something, Coach, I'm noticing your team is not turning the ball over a lot. That's a good sign. They're just young, inexperienced, and when they get that togetherness, that cohesiveness together as a team, then they're really going to be, I think, a very good program.
Yeah, besides being young, you got a group of guys that never played together.
That's right.
And that makes all the difference in the world. So I really feel like, early in the season, before we get to that true basketball season of January, I think that they'll be learning each other, and I think each game, week by week, that their chemistry will get better. And that type of team with the talent he has, the style of ball they play, that can be a scary team down the stretch, and always a scary team when you playing, like in the NCAA tournament, in the conference tournament. You got to beat that team or you go home, and so the style that they play can cause you some problems.
Right, and obviously got a big-time game from Burns. A true freshman from New Orleans was named on the USA Today All-Louisiana team last year, coming from New Orleans. He did a very good job of that ball game. 33 points in the collegiate game. That was pretty big.
Yeah, pretty big, and that's another young man that if you look at him play out there and you learn the team, you say he a freshman, you're like, wow, he a freshman.
Yeah.
I mean, he got good strength to be a freshman. He got good athleticism. He play over the rim. He got a nice touch. I think as he learned how to play the college game, the sky the limit for him. Actually, by the time he finished at Southern, he probably going to be in the record books in a lot of different categories.
No doubt about that. And also playing on Friday against a Nebraska team in Lincoln, Nebraska, that is beatable. They're 1-2 on the season. Their RPI ranking is not big. That's an opportunity to win that game.
Yeah, so I think that's great scheduling, and I think that's a chance where they can go in there and, you always talk about in basketball, giving yourself under the last 4 minutes, giving yourself a chance to win the ball game. And so I do think that we have a chance if we can go in there and not get rattled by the excitement and the pressure, because they are a new team and a young team. I think if they last for those first 5 minutes, I think it can be an exciting game down the line. In other words, don't let the team jump out there and get to a big lead early in the game and have to play from comeback all night.
How crazy is this? The men play against Nebraska in Lincoln on Friday, and yet the women are playing tonight against the Lady Cornhuskers.
Right. And I want to pay close attention to that score tonight because our ladies been playing pretty well.
Yeah.
They lost a lot of players, but it seemed like that. The bloodline is recruiting, and it seemed like that they are getting the type of players that they need, and then the old players are getting better each year, and then that's development. So recruitment and development. And everybody is ready when they need to be ready. That grows your program, and I think our latest program really have that. And obviously, Coach Funch has been here a long period of time, have sold a lot into it. I think is the difference.
And that bench is deep, and it was last year. And if it continues with that, if he continues to recruit like that and have the players experience playing, seniors and juniors and some sophomores, and still have those freshmen, I guess marinating on the sideline, as we say here in Louisiana. If they keep that going and keep that bench and experience going, they'll be good from years on, because this is what their third year in a row they're going for the SWAC regular season title, and hopefully 2 years in a row for the SWAC tournament title.
Well, I think that's the expectation. I think they have built that program over time to expect it to be in the hunt every year. And, it gets to a point where you grow your program and you start winning and beating some people, you surprise people. But they program at a place where they can't surprise everybody. They are being hunted. Everybody wants to beat them. And so, but with that being said, you have to approach a game at another mindset, another level. And I think that they got this program together where they can handle that challenge.
And look out, New Orleans, we are coming. Southern invades the Crescent City. We got so much stuff going on. And that includes, obviously, the big football game against the other team up the road on Bayou Classic. We also got, obviously, too, the game on Sunday with the men's basketball team against the Tulane Green Wave. But we also got the overtime series, and here's that graphic right there, the overtime series with Athletic Director Roman Banks, Bayou Classic Edition.
Oh, yeah, Bayou Classic Edition, and we'll have some of our, some special guests coming. We haven't released it yet, but stay close to social media starting tonight, tomorrow, and we're going to have some special guests that's going to be hosting that with us. Anybody know Rick and Sasha? So just look forward to that on the morning show. They'll be co-hosting with me, along with our own Avery Johnson also will be co-hosting.
Cool.
And so, and the list's going to continue to grow as people communicate with us. And so we're looking for everybody to come out, all the alums. We're inviting some of the other fans to come out and join us as well. So we got some friends over there. So we're looking forward to having a good time right there in Club 44 right after the game.
And of course, as we mentioned too, that Sunday, Fogelman Arena, Southern will take on the Tulane Green Wave in New Orleans. That's the Sunday after the Bayou Classic. We invite all of you to come, and of course, Jaguar Nation, show your support for Coach Sean Wood and his team. We're going to be talking to him coming up a little later on in the program.
Yeah. By the time we win Saturday and everybody party, you wake up and go right over there to Tulane campus and enjoy the basketball game.
And then get ready to host the SWAC football championship next Saturday.
That'll be the exciting thing.
All right, when we come back, we're talking soccer. Coach Futno is in the house. We do that coming up as we continue with the overtime series with Athletic Director Roman Banks, a closer look at Jaguar Athletics. Back in a moment right here from Scoreboards Restaurant. This is Pelican Sports TV.
Are you interested in a college major with numerous career opportunities? Look no further than the Southern University College of Agricultural, Family, and Consumer Sciences. Agriculture is more than working on a farm. Our students are gaining hands-on experience and conducting cutting-edge research in the areas of agricultural sciences, family and consumer sciences, and urban forestry and natural resources. Our students also participate in internships and travel to national conferences. Our student organizations include students from diverse backgrounds with close bonds. These organizations provide our students with leadership and personal development skills needed to help them gain employment with top industry leaders. If you're not sure what you want to major in at Southern University, I encourage you to try ag. For more information about the College of Agricultural, Family, and Consumer Sciences, visit our website at www.suagcenter.com or call 225-771-2242.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton and Fouger. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton and Fouger today.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score. Because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never ever frozen chicken fingers. Craveable cane sauce. Crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Official chicken of Southern University.
Our Lady of the Lake is pleased to have so many Southern University graduates as part of our growing healthcare family. They are difference makers, caring for patients, leading teams, and serving our neighbors. A tradition of excellence, a commitment to service, and a love for our community. Our Lady of the Lake and Southern University, together, a winning team.
All right, welcome back, everybody. It's the Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. We have right now Coach Fontenot in the house. Jeremy Fontenot, how you doing, my friend?
Doing great.
I don't know. I guess I've got the sinuses that are hitting up in the old throat here.
All right, don't give it to me now. I got things to do.
Unbelievable. But, Coach, first of all, I know that season just ended not long ago. It's amazing how quick time goes.
Yeah, time went fast. I remember I just came up here at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
And now it's over. But it was a good journey.
That's right. You learn, definitely, you keep learning as time goes on. You learn from losses. And I know that for players, they almost sometimes don't know that they learn from losses. That's
Correct.
where coaches say, no, you do learn from a loss.
Yeah, correct. That's definitely correct. And I think we learned a lot this year, especially my young girls. Even though a lot of people look at the senior class we had 9 seniors, but I think the biggest part was us learning as we still was young. I started majority of my games with 3 or 4 freshmen.
Right.
3 or 4 sophomores. So my leading scorers was my sophomore. Then right behind her was 2 freshmen. Then right behind them was another sophomore. So I think it was a big learning experience for them.
No question. Now, when you look at the players that you've got going now, and the players you're returning, how do you feel about those group of players from sophomores to juniors that are coming back?
Well, they mine, so I feel great. After this class I signed this year, the whole team will be mine. Last year was the girls I came in with, and so now from here on, they're mine. So everything I recruit is mine. So I feel great about it. I think AD he was patient with me in these 4 years and recruiting my group, understanding where I was coming from. I didn't want to let anybody go, but so we're gonna work what we have, and now we have my team. I think we're getting a good little group of girls that committed, and we just have to keep them running.
And what about on the recruiting trail? What do you look and how many spots you think you're going to fill in that?
We're gonna fill a lot of spots, not just to start, but to come in and because we got two seniors next year. So we are trying to get a big group of young ladies that come in to start and also pick up the slack once we let the seniors go and things like that. So we are looking for every position at the moment. And it's been going good. We got a good little group of young ladies that committed. So group of California, we talking to a young lady from Florida. So it's from all around. Louisiana got a couple of them that we get. We finally starting to get players that want to come that's in this area.
Wow.
So that's been a big plus for us in this last year.
Is recruiting getting a lot better because of the popularity of soccer? I mean, I've told you this before. When I played sports, soccer wasn't really big back then.
Correct.
Now it's the biggest growing sport there is.
Yeah, I mean it's getting bigger and bigger. But my biggest concern when I came here, how can I get the young ladies from home to get to commit? And that what took me a long time. It took us a lot going out and reaching out, calling and talking to them and seeing what do they want and everything. So it wasn't the athletic side, it was more on the education side. So I was able to show them that my GPA jumped from a 2.8 to a 3.6.
Congratulations.
And so appreciate it. So that was one of the biggest things right there that a lot of students want. I got one girl we're speaking to next week. She's from Haynes, one of the biggest schools in Louisiana on the education side, where 90% of their kids go off tops.
Yeah.
And she wasn't coming here 2 years ago.
Wow.
Now she's considering us because of the fact that now she see what we're doing on the athletic side with our GPA and things like that. So that was the biggest issue. And I say it all the time, it's going to take time, but we're just going to have to keep working until we get where we need to be.
And I know you will. You will. When do you begin concentrating on the schedule?
To be honest, my schedule 90% done. I work on that yearly. That's one thing we do work on yearly. I have games scheduled in 2021 and everything right now. So our games, we got Idaho coming down here. The 2 days before they play LSU. We go to Monroe, we go to Lamar. So we got some good games, but we also have some games that's beatable. So it will be a great opportunity for the young ladies to get in before conference start.
Coach Jeremy Fontenot, thank you as always, my friend.
Thank you.
Soccer program, Southern University, and we'll be back with moments. Coming up, we've got Coach Sean Woods with us, going to talk basketball. That's coming up right here as we continue the overtime series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. Here from Scoreboards Restaurant. Back in a moment. Pelican Sports TV.
Road trips just got a whole lot easier. The 2018 Nissan Rogue. Now with Nissan Intelligent Mobility, featuring technologies like available ProPilot Assist, which helps keep an eye on the road ahead and helps you stay centered while you're turning this lane into memory lane. Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
CareSouth offers a wide range of comprehensive medical, behavioral health, and dental services. On behalf of the staff and board of directors, we want to thank the Parish of Ascension, East Baton Rouge, and Iberville for allowing us to serve you. Come out to any of our locations where family is serving families.
I can still remember Charlotte's first day of kindergarten like it was yesterday. Now, she's heading off to college. So how are you feeling?
I'm nervous. I'm also really excited.
You know you're the first McKernan to not go to LSU in decades. Promise me this, you'll wear purple and gold at all the UT football games.
Dad.
Letting go isn't easy, especially for this Louisiana dad, but our children know family is always there for them. Just like when our clients come to us for help, they'll always be part of the Get Gordon family. We want to be your lawyers for life.
Call 888-8888.
Preparing a meal, it's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Home, away, any game day. At Walk-Ons, we'll help you do game day right.
What's the most important aspect of event hosting? Location. This is something that Bell knew from day one. That's why we're located in downtown Baton Rouge, across from the convention center, close to LSU, and right by the river. So with a friendly staff, award-winning cuisine, and a massive conference center of 10 rooms and 24,000 square feet capable of fitting more than 2,000 guests, what we offer is just as important as where we are.
We couldn't wait for the commercial in. We're talking basketball off the set. Coach Shad Woods, basketball coach right now for Southern University. We're talking off the set, Coach, and I tell you, we got a lot of exciting things going on. Of course, big game. Obviously, you win against the Royals. That was game 4. You even the series now. You're 2-2 on the year, and as we mentioned, it's going to take time. This team is athletic. But when this team begins to learn how to play with one another, and it takes time because you got 14 new players on this basketball team, when that happens, I think things are going to be unbelievable. Because, Coach, you and I were talking off air, you're not having a lot of turnovers in the ball game. That's one thing I noticed.
We're not turning the ball over, but we're not making shots,
right.
and we're missing plays that need to be made. But, you know, what I am very pleased about is defensively, we're solid, surprisingly, as we could be at this time of the year with 14 new guys. They're really, everybody's bought into playing hard and playing tough. And Coach Banks came into practice today, and he was just observing. I walked over there, and the first thing he said before I can open my mouth, he said, "Man, them jokers play so daggone hard," and they do. And now, once we get it and it starts to gel, it could be something special. But we're still a ways away with these new guys, though.
Well, you and I were talking about Darius Williams. That guy will play for you 100 minutes if there was 100 minutes for the game.
Right.
He's going to play the whole game.
Well, he sets the tone. He's an energizing bunny. I call him. I don't know if people remember Stacey Augman or guys like that. That is very versatile defensively, very long. Not a great shooter, but a great big-time slasher, big-time defensive player, and his activity is very contagious. And you know, he'll make you look bad just because how tough and how hard he plays.
Coach, here's the deal. I got this down, Southern record win, and I got this on the game notes. 2-2 when the game is decided by 11 points or more. Okay. 0-1 when you score 60 to 69 points. But get this is what I want to do. 2-0 when winning at halftime. 0-2 when losing at halftime.
Right.
2-0 when shooting the ball 50% of the time. Also, I know you would like more rebounds. I noticed your team is getting out-rebounded on those games, and I know that's something you would like more.
Well, it is, but you know, we're not making enough shots.
Yeah.
So when you're not making a lot of shots, the other team's going to get the rebound. So that's a rebound that you're not getting. You know, and that's the rebound that they're getting. But if you even it out, we're not getting smashed off on offensive rebounds. We just got to continue to get better at making shots. We're getting shots, Now we just got to start making them, and we got to start capitalizing on the turnovers that we're causing. I mean, we go into Murray, we turn them over 21 times. We go over to New Mexico State, and we turn them over like 18, 19 times.
Right.
And we're not turning the ball over that much.
No.
But that means that we're not scoring like we're supposed to. And that really is just the cohesiveness of our team. But it's coming, and once they get it from an offensive standpoint, we'll be a big-time team to reckon with.
Now take the Royals out, because the Royals, that was unbelievable, how many points we scored in the paint. But, Coach, before that game, points in the paint, you're averaging 33 points a game in the paint.
Well, we're a driving team, and we're also really paying more attention because of our size and our ability to score inside. But we're a driving team, so every time we're driving in there, we're scoring.
Yeah.
We're not making a lot of threes right now.
Yeah.
And that's just because we're not shooting the ball like I thought we would at this particular time. But once we get that, now that opens up the floodgates even more for our dribble drive offense, and also our high-low, because you can't pack it in.
Also, again, take the Royals out. Another big stat that's coming out is your bench points. You were averaging before that game, because you got 77 bench points against the Royals.
Yeah.
77. You're averaging about, before the Royals game, 32 points a game from the bench.
Well, I'm playing 13 guys so far, and all of them are capable of scoring. So a lot of teams that we're playing aren't playing as many guys as that we are. So it's going to be like that. But we're getting great production off our bench, and we got to keep it that way, because our style of play, especially when we get in the conference, once we really start to apply pressure like you saw against Ecclesia, you'll see a lot more of that as we go along. So it allowed me to play a lot more guys.
Before that game against the Royals, Damari Burns, the freshman from New Orleans, he made 2 baskets, and the first game he didn't even shoot. He made all of his points at the free throw line. But, Coach, he made 33 points in that game against the Royals. 33. That shows you a flash of what's to come for that young man.
Well, like I said before, I thought last year he was the best high school player in the state of Louisiana, and we were very fortunate to get him. And he's got a chance. He's a gym rat. He's a sponge. He wants to learn. He's real raw right now, but he's a tough-minded kid. You can't break his spirit. And he finally started to make shots the other day. He just lost himself in the game.
Yeah.
No matter who we were playing, it was in the flow of the offense. It wasn't like he was going one-on-one. I mean, he was sprinting to his spots, making those little short 15-foot jump shots. He got out and ran, finished at the rim, played great defense, and he received some of the fruits from his labor, and it's only going to get better with him.
Right. And then, obviously, with the New Mexico State game, a lot of fouls in that ball. There was a lot of fouls in that game.
Well, yeah, when you're on the road, you're not going to get, we're a driving team.
Yeah.
And for us to be a driving team and the other team shoots 33 free throws and you shoot 11, you're not beating anybody at their home in their home court like that. Right. So we know that going in, we got to continue to do a better job, but I'm not going to take the aggressiveness away from our guys, because that's who we are.
No question about that. And, Coach, talk about defense. You did a good job with defense, because the Royals guy, Cone, usually has a good ball game. Mm-hmm. He shot 9 three-pointers in that game at UT Tyler, if I'm not mistaken. 9 three-pointers. You shut him down. He wasn't even near the top there.
Well, defensively, we're great. That's not we're one of the toughest defensive teams, not only in the SWAC, but I think in the country. And we play so daggone hard. Once our offense catches up with our defense and we start to capitalize on the bad shots that we create or the turnovers that we create, that's when we're cooking with something.
No question about that. Now let's talk about some of the opponents that are coming up. Nebraska, the Cornhuskers struggling this year. They're number 346 in the RPI. They're 1-2 on the season. You got to go to Lincoln, Nebraska and play that game. So that ought to be a fun game to be able to see what that final result is.
We're looking forward to it. They're struggling right now, trying to find their identity. Their coach is brand new, just came back from the Bulls, so and he doesn't have the type of players offensively that he's used to having, especially when he's at Iowa State. So they're struggling offensively a little bit, and He's never been a great defensive coach. He's always been a guy that outscore people, and that's the reason why they're struggling right now. But they're going to get it, and I just hope they don't get it by Friday.
Yeah, because they still average 71.7 points per ball game.
No doubt.
Now they shoot 39% in field goals, but that's going to be a fun one. You play them, then you play Nebraska-Omaha, and that ought to be a fun game too. And depending on what happens with that Monday game,
it's a great venue. I think the Power 5 school we're playing is legit in Nebraska. Then we got an opportunity to play Omaha, and then the winner of IUPUI and Loyola, Maryland. So we're looking forward to this trip. Our guys are very hungry and eager, and the good thing about these guys is they love watching film and to get better on the things that they're not doing well right now, and that's very gratifying and refreshing.
Another one of the guys I want to brag about is Shivers, Ashante Shivers. That guy right now averaging 10.5 per ball game. He's definitely got the chance to do it. He scored 18 points this year against Loyola New Orleans. That young man is shooting 52% from the field, 16 out of 31 from the field, Coach.
And he's not shooting enough from me. He's not attacking like I want him to. When he's coming downhill with that big old body, he can get to places that he wants. He can get to any place he wants to. He's got to become more of a consistent shooter. That's just with confidence. But I need him to become more of an aggressive scorer than he has. I mean, he's scoring points right now, and he really hasn't scratched the surface. And here's a kid that hadn't played in a year and a half.
Yeah.
So, and that's really the story of our team right now. We got some transfers that are very talented, but a lot of them hadn't played in a while.
Right.
And so, that's the struggle that we're having right now. These guys are gun shy a little bit, not sure, but on the defensive end, they can go all out, and they love playing it. So now, once we get together offensively, I'm looking forward to it, and I got time. We got another month and a half, but it looks very, very refreshing to know that once we do get it, we're going to be really fun to watch.
No question about that. And you're getting a guy like Emil Kujovic, and that guy had 2 blocks in that game against the Royals. So you feel he's getting it down low?
Yeah, he's never had to play this fast before.
Yeah.
And he's like a fish out of water right now, but each day he's getting better. Each day he's exerting himself more than what he has done in the past. And we need him because he's so versatile. He can step out and shoot threes. He's got a massive body. He can score inside. I just need him to move a little bit faster and catch up with the train. And once he catches up with the train, he's going to be a force to reckon with, especially in the league.
Osa Wilson got off to a good start. He was 3 for 4 in that game against Loyola Marymount. And is that a guy that you feel that can play coming off that bench, play good?
Well, he's one of the guys that are returning last year, so he knows what it's all about. He's still battling an Achilles injury right now, so he's a step or two slow. But once he gets healthy too, and gets in the mix, I'm looking for great things from him also.
And James Edwards got in the game against the Royals.
Yeah.
He had 10 minutes of the game, got 8 points in the game.
That kid he's a new toy.
I saw that in practice, Coach. He wants to learn too. He wants to play good.
And his dad, he plays just like his dad. He can stroke it. He's long. He's athletic. He's kind of, he's only really practiced 3 times because of the wrist. And for him to go out there and do that, it's just really now getting used to the banging and the slanging of the physicality of the game because we couldn't touch him. Now, he's got to get that going. And once he gets that going, and because he runs like a gazelle, he jumps to the moon and he can make shots. So, and he's also another guy that's 6'10", 6'11" down there that adds depth with our size.
4 games and 4 different leading scorers of the ball game so far in your 4 games. Pretty impressive. One of those guys, Micah Bradford, he got 13 points in that game against New Mexico State.
Well, he's a veteran guard coming from the Missouri Valley Conference. Played at Valpo, really knows how to play. He sat out a little bit last year too, so he's trying to get his feet wet, and also he's trying to figure out what I like him to do. I need him to be more physical and more aggressive, and become more of a defensive threat with his quickness and his quick hands. He's got to be like Jalen Sadler, and once he gets that and his body gets to harden a little bit, he's going to be one of the better guards in the league also.
And you got a good guy in Blake too, Montez Blake. He got 13 points in that game against Murray State, 12 against New Mexico State. But Coach, his career high is 41 points. This guy can score.
He can score with the best of them, but he's like a wildfire right now. He's just wow, and he's got to get used to the continuity of the way you play basketball at this level, and especially on the defensive end. and he's used to just playing with the ball in his hands all the time. And we're trying to teach him that, hey, now you can be more efficient by the stuff that we run. I said, I recruited you because you fit what I do, but you don't have to run to the ball all the time. But when I spread that thing out like we did against New Mexico State, he's the guy that you put the ball. His hands is the hands that the ball needs to be in because he can go make a play and go get a bucket for you.
All right, a lot of people will be staying for the Bayou Classic. That is obviously next Saturday. So stay for the Bayou Classic. Then Sunday, Southern basketball is playing against the Tulane Greenway at Fogelman Arena.
We need Tulane, that one side full with Southern people. There's no excuse why Southern fans shouldn't be at that game. They're already going to be there. You know what I mean? Enjoy the hangover, have you a Bloody Mary, and come to the Tulane game.
Look at it right now. $5 tickets, folks. You can't beat that at all. Southern against Tulane. It's going to be right there in Fogelman Arena.
Listen, we're going to be at Coach Banks' party after we beat Grambling, all right? And we're going to have a great time. Then that lovely hangover that you're going to have, bring it into that game at Tulane so we can have an opportunity to knock them off and come back to Baton Rouge with 2 victories.
No question about that. That would be unbelievable. Coach Sean Woods, always great talking to you, my friend.
Hey, my pleasure.
Good luck in Nebraska.
We need all the luck we can get.
The Cornhuskers going to be again on Friday, so check that out. And again, we'll be able to tell you more about that coming up. All right, when we come back, we've got more right here. It's Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. Back in a moment right here on Pelican Sports TV.
The birth of legends are storied in this conference. We must never forget our rich history. We now turn our gaze to the future. The new legends will emerge. New heroes to arise. The Southwestern Athletic Conference. Be our history.
At Roadrunner Towing, we love our God, our children, our nation, and yes, our sports. So let's play ball. Score big when you need a tow, either in East Baton Rouge or West Baton Rouge. Because at Roadrunner Towing, we don't want an arm and a leg. We just want your toes.
Legendary Import Group. Exceptional service and a rare collection. You'll discover the only distinctive auto for the legend in you. We are legendary.
I am legendary.
I'm Team Legendary.
I am legendary.
I am legendary.
Now that's legendary. Stop by Legendary Import Group today, where our team is honored to serve you. We are legendary.
Legendary Import Group, the only place for legendary care.
The smart Baton Rouge business traveler travels out of Baton Rouge. Why? It's about not having to wake up hours earlier, fight traffic, and stand in long lines. It's also about BTR being closer, more convenient, with non-stops and short hops to anywhere your business takes you. It's smart. So for your business, if it's about being one step ahead and not dead on your feet, then it's about time you flew BTR. Baton Rouge Metro Airport. It's about time.
Imagine a day without music. You go downtown, you can find some music. You come uptown, you can find some music. Monday night, they got music. Every night of the week, there's music somewhere. Baton Rouge is a place where it's easy to make friends, it's easy to hear some music, and it's easy to come back. We got the music, we got the food, and we got good people. So with that combination, you can't lose, right?
You ever come to Louisiana?
right, welcome back, everybody. We're right here at the Overtime Series. Athletic Director Roman Banks, a closer look at Jaguar Athletics, right inside of Scoreboard's Restaurant on Coursey Boulevard, right in between Sherwood Forest Boulevard and Airline Highway. So come by and see us right here. We got some delicious drink specials, always delicious food, which I'm sure they'll, shove down our throats here to make us eat that after. No, we love their food over here. It's absolutely unbelievable. And we've got not only coaches and athletes who help us do well right here, and make sure that they put the winning products on the field, but we've also got people that sponsor the athletic program here, and that's why we've got Miss Renita Marshall right here. How you doing?
Hi, nice to meet you.
From the Agriculture Service of Southern University. And tell us, first of all, how do you feel about being here?
I'm very excited about being here. I know Southern University Ag Center and the College of Agriculture, Family and Consumer Sciences are now partners and sponsors of the athletic department. So we're real happy to be here trying to get our story out.
Why do you think that is to sponsor the athletic department? Why would you?
It's very important. You know, we have a lot of student athletes that are within our college, and they are very high performing students. So we want to make sure we contribute to the athletic department to provide opportunities for not only just athletics, but also other students as well.
That's right. And also too, now let's talk about this, and how does it help the student athletes to get in the agriculture field?
Yes, so we have, when students actually come to Southern University's campus as recruits for Southern University, we always want to make sure if they're interested in agriculture or family consumer sciences to provide them some type of scholarship opportunities. We know that students need finances and funds when they go to Southern, so we want to make sure that we're able to give them that to make sure they have an education.
The agriculture program is so big not only around the nation, but it's big right here in this state.
It is.
I mean, it's huge in the state. When you go and see the soybean fields and this and that, my grandfather, back in the old days, my grandfather had to quit school. His dad made him quit school to pick cotton.
That's right.
In the 4th grade. He had to quit.
That's right.
And that's important. That was a big deal. And back in the day, a lot of people don't understand that, while we have summer breaks in schools, it was because of that, so we can harvest the fields back in the old days.
That's right. That's right. And so we're trying to, with recruiting into the College of Agriculture, it goes with a lot of knowledge and trying to educate the public on agriculture is not just farming.
Yeah.
Family and consumer sciences, you have opportunities from being a veterinarian all the way up to being in fashion design, human nutrition, and child development. All that within agriculture is encompassed with that.
And you and I were talking about on air, when you go fill up your tank, you see the agricultural commissioner's
That's right. His
sticker
seal
right
is
there.
right there. Absolutely.
And they have to regulate. I mean,
they have to regulate gas.
That's
if you think about
unbelievable.
it, so many things that are going into gas, the ethanol that all comes from crops, that's agriculture.
What does a student learn today about agriculture? And like you said, it's not just about farming, it's not just about this and that. What is that student going to learn when they go to the agriculture department at Southern?
We have to, our curriculums and all of those things are changing, because gone are the days, or similar to what you were mentioning, not all students that come within our college actually came from a farming or some type of agriculture background. So when they come into Southern University College of Agriculture, Family and Consumer Sciences, they do STEM. They do science, they do technology, they do all those types of things. So they learn about the animals, they learn about the crops, they learn about nutrition, they learn about food, they learn about textiles. So they get a chance to really get a round look at what the world is and how agriculture is a part of that.
How do you see it growing at Southern University?
Agriculture is definitely growing at Southern University. Our numbers are increasing. We're over 300 within our college right now.
Wow.
Yes, and our numbers are increasing every year, and it's because of our recruitment efforts. We have something new that's going to be starting in January 2020. I can't give you all the details because we're trying to keep it as a secret, but we're doing a new campaign. It's called Grow Jags, and so we're, instead of just Go Jags, we're growing Jaguars.
Oh, cool.
So that's something we're going to be rolling out in 2020.
Awesome deal. Now, the Associate of Dean?
Yeah, I'm the Associate Dean for the college.
What does that do? Tell us what the
the
title
college,
is.
we work with recruitment. We have 3 different departments within the College of Agriculture, Family and Consumer Sciences. We have animal science, we have plant science, we have urban forestry. We actually have a master's and PhD within those areas. And so what the Associate Dean does is basically take care of all the different departments, take care of the faculty, and making sure that our initiatives are put forth, and so our students get the opportunity to get the best education they can.
Where are you getting the interest from? Not only the state of Louisiana, but outside of the state?
Absolutely, from all the way across the United States.
Wow.
Yes.
And so what does people need to do? Just where can they go to research more on this to getting in this field?
Yes, you can go to our website, which is www.suagcenter.com, and you can click on academics, and it will take you to our college website. And then also you can dial 225-771-4771, and that can give you some information as well.
Awesome deal. So is it also, can it be a major or can it be also a minor?
Absolutely. We offer a minor. If you can major in something else, and then if you take 18 hours within any one of those different departments, you can leave with a major.
Because see,
minor.
like I said, when I went to college, we didn't have to have a minor.
Right.
I think that's when somebody tells me of a niece or nephew or a friend of mine, son or daughter, that's going, take a minor.
That's right.
Take a minor. Don't just go in one field because you never know if that field's going to dry up.
That's right.
Do something that you're going to be able to do.
That's right. We have some students that are in the College of Business, and they come over and they take some of our courses in ag economics as some of their free electives, and they use that towards a minor, and that way when they leave they can go in agriculture business. And then also we have students that are in political science that want to take some electives in ag, because ag law is a big thing as well right now.
Yeah, and so, you know, I just always think of agriculture as being the farmer.
Right.
But you taught me about new fields that you can go in. It's just not just about farming at all.
Absolutely. There's technology with drone technology and all those types of things. Plant breeding, you know, with genetically modified plants and animals. All those things encompass within what we do within our college.
And I also didn't think of animals, and that makes you make a good point, obviously, you know, and period. I know that I did shows from the dairy farms in Kentwood, Louisiana, and I was so heartbroken when they said about Hurricane Katrina, they didn't realize there were trees that were over their roads where they couldn't get their milk, and the milk is going to spoil. It's not like they got one big refrigerator.
That's right.
That they could put it in.
That's right. And you're thinking about livestock, when I first came to Southern University, I was a director of the livestock programs. And so we have a great program for kids and youth that want to get into showing animals, learn that entrepreneurship within our livestock show. It's actually a state livestock show that we have at Southern University.
And they actually made me, now as crazy as this, they made me milk a cow.
Yes,
because now they've got more machines hooked to them and all that stuff, so they know we want you to do the old-fashioned way, milk the cow, and I couldn't believe it.
Absolutely.
That was awesome.
Absolutely, and that's something that we do in all of our courses. Our students get that hands-on experience.
Right, and that's something now that my brain can't learn enough.
Right.
So I'm very excited about your program.
Absolutely. We want everybody to be excited about it. So make sure that they look, the video has been showing the commercial that we have to see that segment, and they can get a lot of information.
I know Denise has been excited about that commercial.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. So, and look, we're excited that you're not just sitting there asking for students to come in and this and that, but what you did was that you're sponsoring athletics.
That's right.
Because you know that there's a lot of, you know, excitement around athletics, but let's go into the athletics, let's tap into that and show people also the excitement of agriculture.
That's right.
And at Southern University.
That's right. And our athletic students, they're high-performing students. And believe it or not, our students are our best recruiters for our program. It's not the faculty or the staff, it's our students.
Thank you so much, Ms.
Thank
Marsh,
you so
for being
much
on
for
the program and enlightening me.
Yes.
Now, you better run after the show's over because I may go and ask you more questions.
No, I'm ready to go get some of this good food I'm smelling.
There you go. I like that. All right, we come back. We're going to have Athletic Director Roman Banks back on the program. We'll be able to talk to him about stuff that's going on at Southern University. We'll ask the AD a question, and we've got our next 7. Tell you what's going on in Southern Athletics. Back in a moment right here on Pelican Sports TV. See you.
Thank you.
Need to see a doctor fast? Lake Express Check-In lets you get in line online. Visit OLOLRMC.com/express to choose an estimated treatment time at one of our emergency room, urgent care, or physician office locations. A service of Our Lady of the Lake.
Legendary Import Group. Distinguished service and detailed attention. You'll discover the only distinctive auto for the legend in you. Stop by 10660 Coursey Boulevard or phone 225-960-1191.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score. Because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never-ever frozen chicken fingers. Craveable cane sauce. Crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Official chicken of Southern University.
Are you interested in a college major with numerous career opportunities? Look no further than the Southern University College of Agricultural, Family, and Consumer Sciences. Agriculture is more than working on a farm. Our students are gaining hands-on experience and conducting cutting-edge research in the areas of agricultural sciences, family and consumer sciences, and urban forestry and natural resources. Our students also participate in internships and travel to national conferences. Our student organizations include students from diverse backgrounds with close bonds. These organizations provide our students with leadership and personal development skills needed to help them gain employment with top industry leaders. If you're not sure what you want to major in at Southern University, I encourage you to try ag. For more information about the College of Agricultural, Family, and Consumer Sciences, visit our website at www.suagcenter.com or call 225-771-2242.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton and Fouger. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton and Fouger today.
Our Lady of the Lake is pleased to have so many Southern University graduates as part of our growing healthcare family. They are difference makers, caring for patients, leading teams, and serving our neighbors. A tradition of excellence, a commitment to service, and a love for our community. Our Lady of the Lake and Southern University. Together, a winning team.
What's the most important aspect of event hosting? Location. This is something that Bell knew from day one. That's why we're located in downtown Baton Rouge, across from the convention center, close to LSU, and right by the river. So with a friendly staff, award-winning cuisine, and a massive conference center of 10 rooms and 24,000 square feet capable of fitting more than 2,000 guests, what we offer is just as important as where we are.
All right, welcome back to The Body is right here at the Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics here from School Board's Restaurant. All right, before we get to the food and also our Ask Athletic Director a question, it's time to find out what's happening at Southern University. Here is the next 7.
The volleyball team will head to Ada Bena, Mississippi for the 2019 SWAC Championship. Men's basketball will head to Nebraska to face the University of Nebraska in Lincoln Friday, November 22nd at 7 p.m. Then head to Omaha for the Mainland Tournament Monday, November 25th. They'll take on the University of Nebraska Omaha at 7 p.m. Depending on Monday's game, the men will either face IUPUI or Loyola, Maryland, Tuesday, November 26th at 4:30 p.m. Women's basketball will take on the University of Nebraska Lincoln tonight at 7 p.m. in Lincoln, Nebraska. Then on Sunday, November the 24th, they will face the University of Texas at 1 p.m. in Austin. And that's our next 7 right here from Southern University. And for more information, go to gojagsports.com. That's gojagsports.com.
All right, so there you go again, gojagsports.com. Go to that website and get all the schedules that are going on with all the basketball games, football games, and what have you going on. Time now for the Ask the Athletic Director a question. We go with Tiana right now. Tiana?
Yes, Chris, we have Mr. Rogers. He's the Director of Technology and Communications at the Ag Center, and he has a question for A.D. Banks.
Hello, Coach Banks. We know Bayou Classic is coming up a week from a few days, and we know there's going to be a whole lot of activities going on. So what would be your best activity to go to, or one that you look forward to besides the football game?
I'm biased. You said besides football game, right? Overtime with Coach Roman Banks. So, but no. Seriously, there are a lot of events. You can talk about the Battle of the Bands on Friday, but one of the events is that I think that the foundation is doing a great job with is the gala as well. And so I think we'll be entertained by the sounds of Anthony Hamilton this year. And so if you donate to athletics or to the university in a certain way, then you are able to get rewarded those tickets. And so I think that's a great thing. And so I'm excited about that event, but no question about it. The Overtime Series is a fundraiser for athletics, and we enjoy that series of going to different places. And the Granddaddy Mall is New Orleans, so hopefully everybody purchasing their tickets online, and we look to have a good time after Coach Odoms and the Jazz go out there and take care of business.
No question about that. Thank you for both. All right, obviously too, what a big game that is. There's still plenty of tickets. You go to GoJackSports.com, get more information, but also go to MyBayouClassic.com. Order your tickets right there. We need a big support, big fans in the Superdome. We all know we have more fans in that dome on
No question
Saturday.
about it. And actually, we had a ticket meeting earlier today, and tickets are going very fast. The bottom bowl, the plaza, and the loge are just sold out. And so I advise everybody before they end up getting in the terrace that they need to pick up the phone, call the ticket office, go online and do whatever they need to do to get these Bayou Classic tickets, because we know it's a great showdown about to take place next Saturday.
No question about that. So you definitely need to come by. And then again, don't forget that game on Sunday, Fogelman Arena. I will be there. Coach Banks will be there. We'll all be there. You'll see us right there as Tulane and Southern will go head to head. And I believe that this basketball team is getting better every single time they step on that court. They're getting better and better and better. So that'll be a lot of fun. Speaking of a lot of fun, they went to Jurassic Park to get these chicken wings. No, they're turkey wings. They're turkey wings. And with a little home cooking with some rice and gravy with some onions on the top.
And then what we got right here?
That bread pudding is as big as Coach Fontenot's soccer.
Say it loud and say it proud. What type of bread pudding we got?
The Overtime Series with athletic. He's got a trademark. He's got all that signed. Overtime Series bread pudding that is delicious. Look how
get it.
That thing is huge. Look at that. It's big as the soccer field for Coach Jeremy Fontenot.
So we are fortunate. I'm working right now to try to have this at the Overtime Series. We are fortunate that if you come to the Overtime Series after party after the game with Coach A.D. Roman Banks at Club 44, we got free drinks for you.
Yep.
And so we're hoping to have free bread pudding coming up as well. So I'm working on that right now.
Wow. Well, first of all, I know on all the behalf of Southern University Athletics, happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and we'll see you at the Bayou Classic in New Orleans.
Happy Thanksgiving. Go Jags. Let's do it.